Today I got some new anime news, guys. First things first, for Anime Corner, I'll talk about how Toei Animation wants to apply AI to artificial intelligence to various processes of animation production in the future. I don't like that. This is from May 16, 2025. Um, I understand the point of view that some companies have to use AI to streamline uh, the whole process of making the anime series, but I think that would, one, potentially cause a lot of voice actors to lose their jobs. Two, maybe reduce the number of animators, so many animators will lose their jobs as well. And three, I think that's going to make things very uh, stale. I think it's going to be stagnated the animation style, and I think the uniqueness of a lot of the animations we've been seeing might actually go away because of AI. AI is a tool to use to make your job easier. It shouldn't be a tool to use to replace entire jobs like animators, voice actors, um, people who draw by hand like comic book authors, mangakas. Like it shouldn't replace them completely. It should just help them with the job. I think with the problem with AI is being used way too much to just replace the workforce, which in then what happens, they get rid of people that they think they're paying too much, and they try to outsource the jobs. Which again, I'm not saying that people in the countries, let's say Brazil, shouldn't get jobs to work on animation. But if the workplace is just going to be replacing with people with low wage, well, you also still not train those people fairly, but you don't want to pay the people from your country because it costs too much. That's a problem. With AI, they're just trying to replace everything, but I think it pushes more to outsourcing, which again can lead to an issue, but it's not always a bad thing. But it can cause a lot of people from their own country, like say Japan, right, making anime, lose jobs. So I'm not a huge fan of using AI to replace entire workforce. I use AI in my job as a tool. That's how it should be, not as a replacement of me or someone else. And so this is a tricky situation that a lot of people been complaining about, and I'm not a huge fan of it either. So the article talks about how more details emerge on Toei Animation's AI aspirations following its investment in preferred networks, PFN, described as possessing top-level AI tech competence in Japan. Mm, I'm not surprised Toei Animation. A lot of the animation tend to be cheap, especially with long ass mangas where they try to animate entire manga series. But then they add scenes like fillers that have nothing to do with it. One Piece suffers a lot from that. With sometimes just a 2 3 minute or it just few seconds filler, but it's like why? Especially with Sanji, they kind of ruin his character quite a bit in the anime series. And there's certain moments with also Usopp that are exaggerated. They do too much with the fillers. So instead of just getting rid of the fillers completely and follow the manga 100%, now they're just trying to use AI to save a few bucks. But I don't agree with it. I think it's going to be something that will backfire in the short term and long term. So this is the investment Preferred Networks Inc. This is a graph about it. What they're talking about: AI tech, animation X, animation production technologies, apply AI to various processes of animation production, storyboarding, coloring, color specification between backgrounds. Again, I think that's going to remove a lot of the uniqueness that people had, like creativity, that makes anime what it is today. So I don't really like the idea that storyboarding people should be able to write their own, stories. Coloring, color specification. I miss when people used to do hands-on animation when they drew everything. I would like them to bring some of that back, but of course, I will contradict AI in a way. In between, I guess it depends on what type of work they're doing. In between everything, then backgrounds. It's cool to see people doing their own unique take on backgrounds. So I don't agree with using AI completely for that. So that is something we have to deal with. And probably one way to show to the companies that we don't like is just not supporting them. Don't buy the products, which also can make it where some anime series may not exist anymore, where they won't continue. But you guys stop using AI just to do the work for them. It's a tool to help you do your job, not to replace uh, all your employees. Ish. It's just I'm beginning annoyed with all this AI just trying to replace people, or which end up just outsourcing the job to someone else. Someone else to save money. But yeah, I not a huge fan of that. No anime companies were named, but notable Anime Studio OLM Digital and R&D department is undertaking an AI research project called Anime Insight, which explores how AI can fit in the anime production workflow. Again, they're just trying to find ways to get rid of employees. How can we just reduce the workforce purely using AI so we can save $100,000, maybe millions? But in the end, it could cost you on creativity, which then could cost you all your profits. But hey, that's your choice if you want to do that. Next, I want to talk about for Anime News Network from May 18, 2025. Turkey original bowling anime review July 8. TV debut in first promo video updated. I'm gonna check this out real quick, see what it's about. 不思議で愛しくて切なくて大切な大切な。 So far, it just looks like a normal slice of life anime series, nothing special. 私たちの物語。 I guess this is all bowling. I'm gonna probably skip this around, to be honest. If it's just gonna be purely about bowling, oh yeah. Okay, that looked very CGI there too. That was even that point they couldn't even make it look more real. Which again, I hate that too when they use shitty CGI for scenes when they used to just hand draw everything. They've been doing that a lot with car scenes, scenes with horses, with the riding horse. It's been pretty bad. Let me skip around. Yeah, this is literally just okay. Well, yeah, it's just bowling. Yeah, bowling's fun, but I'm not gonna watch this. I'm just letting you guys know I'm not gonna be watching this at all. But up to anyone who wants to watch a bowling anime series, I recommend just playing bowling itself. It's way more fun if you just play bowling. But up to you guys if you want to watch that. You might as well just watch Prince of Tennis. Maybe not that good tennis. You want an exaggerated version of it. Prince of Tennis has the Hajime no Ippo, which in my opinion is probably the best sports anime series out there, which is about boxing. The one I really like a lot, Hajime no Ippo. I always recommend people watching Hajime no Ippo if you want to watch something sports related, boxing, or just in general good series. They're plenty out there, but up to you guys. This arc is about One Piece meets the new real world in New Chapters project. May 17, 2025. I already reacted to the trailer of the live action version of Chopper. There's been a lot of that. That was cute, creepy cute. He was still looking creepy, but so far they're getting accurate to how Chopper is like. So it's weird. It kind of gives me a weird vibe. Like it doesn't feel as natural as it does in the anime and manga series, which is gonna be expected for someone like Chopper. Like that's hard, really hard to make a good and comfortable CGI. But they always want to do this weird, realistic thing. When I know for sure they could have done CGI that look more animated like Looney Tunes type of stuff. And in my opinion, probably be more natural. But again, I understand that's not the vibe they're trying to give to live action, so they can do whatever they want. But it did give that creepy, kind of cute appearance. Well, you guys decide if you're gonna like that. I made videos about that specific uh, review of live action version of Tony Chopper. So this is just again, they always cutified Chopper, right? But he's actually really useful in the Straw Hats. Besides me, the Doctor, he's actually physically strong. His bounty does not represent how strong he is. Physically, he can be a last, like he can be probably at least an officer, like a mid tier, maybe even high tier officer if you learn how to use hockey. But even without hockey, he can do a lot. He's at least a mid tier officer, just purely based on physical strength. It's not like he's super powerful, but he's definitely strong considering how he can actually flip and do a sumo wrestling move on the Yoko Commander 2, like Queen, who's an ancient zone that for users. So we have to give it, at least extra points for Chopper to try to do something against someone who's way out of his league in terms of just difference in power. So it was cool to see that. So this is a little cute thing about Chopper that people are doing. A little more drawing, I guess, as well. him using a smartphone. And right here too, interesting. Let's see, what's this about from Instagram? Okay, fear hasn't sound. Okay, cute. All right, simple but cute. This again Anime News Network from May 18, 2025. Transformers tease new Evangelion collaboration, which that's interesting. Both mecha series in their own way. So with Evangelion being more psychological thriller in a way, but still mecha based, and Transform being more cartoonish. I guess you can say more childish, not as much for mature audience, but the mix can be interesting. I think Gundam with Evangelion will make more sense to me. I think Transformer will probably work out better, maybe with Pad Labor, but Pad Labor does is more mature than Transformer. It's more of a adult setting and more slice of life mecha. Just a police squad basically. But maybe that could work. But I think that's cool. They're doing these collaborations. I don't have problems with that at all. Here's a teaser visual image coming 2025 summer. Okay, so that should be around July. I wonder if you're gonna be able to even buy this in the US. This is the second major collaboration between Transformers and Evangelion. Second. So the first one took in 2014 when Dengeki Hobby Magazine teased the high-end MP10 masterpiece convoy figure in Evangelion Unit 01 colors, followed by small deformed cute Transformers toys. Okay, Transformers has also collaborated with Naruto and announced a collaboration with Sonic the Hedgehog in late 2024. A lot of collaborations. A lot of these things will probably be sold, I'm gonna assume, online at Japanese stores, so you should be able to buy it. But yeah, I don't expect it to be super cheap or easy to attain. So just keep a watch on that. May 18, 2025, not the Anime News Network talks about Rascal Does Not Dream of Santa Claus anime second video unveils endings on July 5th debut. So that'll be it. It's a visual about that Christmas moment. I'm not that into the series, not gonna lie. It's another one that I didn't really get into, neither did my wife. It's not my thing. It's not horrible. I'm not saying it's a bad series. It's okay. But I'll still react to the trailer for a little bit. Might skip around because I'm not that super into the series.
私はね、霧島トーコっていうの。
Okay.
じゃあ、私。ザクタ先生って呼んでいいですか？みんなと一緒に武道館に立ちたいんだ。一緒に。
Okay. I mean, seems pretty normal. Yeah, I'm someone who's really waiting for something more exciting, like an actual proper rom com or just a proper romance. Surprisingly, at least based on the title, Days with My Stepsister is pretty mature romance series. It's very natural. I just want them to be more like adults. That's really it. This series, I just not really into this. I try, but it's just not really getting to me. Never been to this series at all. But in case you guys want to watch it, it's coming out July 5th, 2025 is the premiere day. A lot of things coming out in the summer, even when it's Christmas based. But whatever, they just want to just release it in summer Christmas. I know in Japan Christmas is just more of a romance holiday. They don't say as a family gathering type of thing, so it's different for them. So this doesn't need to necessarily always be on Christmas Day or during December or fall, but it will make more sense. But that's Japan for you. It is what it is. But that's just uh, you know mini news for today about anime stuff. The biggest one was the AI situation that's been talked about and been worked on for a while now. Not a huge fan. I'm sure a lot of you probably will also not be a fan of the animation, all the big studios taking over and just making anime based on AI tech. Now is a good thing, but we will see how that goes in the next few months or years. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about everything discussed today, especially the AI stuff. If you agree or disagree with that. And if you do agree, let me know why. Why you think that'd be a good thing. if you think that's going to be replacing jobs, or if they're going to make it where people may get new jobs where they have to somehow oversee AI technology on animation. But that sounds like it would be someone who would be a more software engineer, some type of level like that, computer scientist expert, not necessarily an animator. So that gives job for someone else, but gets rid of the artistic jobs in the field, in the field of animation. My opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Like the video, like and subscribe. If you're watching this on TikTok, follow us on TikTok. And again, I got the Patreon. You can subscribe to $1 per month to just support me and my wife. It's up to you if you want to do that. Don't have to. I will still make videos regardless, but I will be making exclusive content for the $3 tier soon, uh, and that'll be posted there. So up to you guys if you want to pay for that. And that's really it for today. I hope everyone has a safe day.